Hi, folks. This is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, the DEC is vested with the responsibility to take care of our fishery, to maintain laws, to enforce those laws, but also to do the best job they can in rearing new fish and stocking them in the water and making sure that that water resource stays healthy. Well, in today's age, with all the added communication that we have, the social media, people are constantly searching out new information. Well, the DEC can take advantage of this, and they have, in expanding their social media network and allowing you to get more information from them. However, they also seek out and need more information for us. And so they have this new plan of Creel surveys that they're deploying right now in heavily fished areas. And the reason for it is that if they can get to areas where a lot of people are fishing and they can interview those people in whatever manner that interview would be, through either email recovery, through having game wardens stop and talk to you, whatever it is, if they can get the information from the fishermen, they can learn things that they can't behind a desk. That biologists, as much as they know, can't learn some of the things that people with boots on the ground can tell them. And so if you get a chance to take part in one of these surveys, it could really help them. It could help them to know the activities of fish in the water. Where do they go? What periods of time are they most active? What is their migration pattern, and what is their spawning pattern? They can learn so much more that can help them to make that resource more profitable for all of us. So if you get an opportunity to take part in one of these surveys, it's not only going to be helping us, but it certainly will help the DEC help us. The other thing I want you to be aware of is some of their hatcheries and some of the studies that they've done. One that's just come to be known is that a Cornell study has caught some fish in Oneida Lake. These were wild. When I say caught, they recovered some wild sturgeon, and it was the biggest number of wild sturgeon that they've taken in some time. And what it tells them is that the sturgeon population in the state and the natural sturgeon population may be stronger than they might have known. You know, we've considered sturgeon to be an endangered species. They've been protected. We haven't been able to fish for them, but they're a native fish, and there's a lot more sturgeon in our state waters than we would imagine. Right near us, Black Lake has a number of sturgeon, and a lot of us wouldn't realize that inland lake, a lake like that, would have so many natural sturgeon in it. This is one of the rewards now of having a greater means of communication with the DEC. The second thing that I wanted to talk about is that there's a hatchery in Saranac Lake, and this hatchery is dedicated solely to the rearing and stocking of natural landlocked salmon, which are Atlantic salmon, which are native to this area, and second of all, fish that we never talk about, and that's the whitefish. We're not talking about the fall fish that exist in a lot of our streams that we call shiners or chubs or whatever. They sort of look like that. And I've had the great opportunity to catch whitefish in Canada, and I never thought anything before people started telling me what a delicacy and what a real trophy a whitefish is. And so I have both caught a few, not many, but I've caught a few, and I've eaten a few, and I got to tell you, they are delicious. But getting back to the theme of this is that this hatchery up in Saranac Lake, they rear a number in the hundreds of thousands of landlocked salmon to stock in various waters around our state, and also this whitefish that they are rearing, and they are restocking in some of the waters where those fish were natural years ago. This is a profound and I think illustrative example of what our DEC can do and what our great fishery in this state is and will hopefully continue to be. And people outside of New York are fascinated to learn that this state has some of the best fishing, and in my mind, the greatest fishing and fishing experiences of any place in this country. And if anybody would know this, I think I would, because I've had the blessing in my life of fishing in every single state in the United States. And to me, New York is king. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.